feeling when you feel like, you're in a rhythm, you just need a clean look and things are going to fall. But you're also able to just stay aggressive and not get taken out of that rhythm. So it was that type of night. Obviously, want to get the win. It's kind of mixed feelings right now.
Neil, before the season, who did I say was going to be the MVP?
You said Steph Curry.
Curry and Doncic did not disappoint, combining for 99 points. That's the most combined points by opposing starting point guards in the last 25 seasons. Curry appears on this list twice after dropping a career-high 62 against Damian Lillard and the Blazers earlier this season. Only other Warriors player with multiple 55-point games is Will Chamberlain. I mean, with Klay Thompson out, he's got the green light and knows what to do with it.
They rolled to a 31-point victory on Thursday against the Mavs, so they have to be feeling good. It was their 30th 30-point win since Steve Kerr became the head coach in 2014-15. That's 8 more than any other team over that span. And Kelly Oubre is feeling great. Finally had a performance the Warriors were expecting from him. He scored a career-high 40 points after coming into the game averaging just 12 on the season. And Steph added in 28 points, including 4 3-pointers in the blowout win. Curry has made at least 4 3-pointers in 9 straight games, which is tied for the second longest streak of his career. Now let's welcome in the NBA Countdown family. Jalen Rose, he's in Detroit. We got Paul Pierce, he's in LA, so we're covered coast to coast. And Paul, I want to start with you because you actually played against Steph Curry. Yeah. During warm-ups, they caught him hitting 5 threes from the logo. I mean, he seems like he's unguardable, but what is it like to actually play defense against a guy, especially when he gets really hot from 3?
Oh, man, you talk about one of the greatest shooters, but the thing about him, how well he moved without the ball, it's like he could do it off the dribble, and guys that come to mind for me is like Reggie Miller and Ray Allen. Those guys were the hardest guys to guard, and you just wish they just stopped moving so much. It's crazy when you think about it. Think about the greatest shooters that ever played. When you say Reggie, Ray, you got to throw Steph in there, and Klay Thompson. They all move well without the ball. Those are the most difficult guys to guard, especially with the range that they have.
Okay, Uncle P, we did do a little research, and Steph shot 58% against you. Now, that's after you were with the Celtics.
That don't count.
I mean, I knew you were going to say it doesn't count.
No, when I was with the Clippers, that don't count. I was 37 years old. Give me a break. I could.
Okay, We'll give you a break. We'll roll over to Jalen. And I guess what you've noticed about the Warriors so far and how they've been led by Steph Curry coming off of such a big win against the Mavs on Thursday.
I appreciate for Steph Curry that he wanted to establish himself as one of the elite top players in the game again. He's dealt with some injuries. The Golden State Warriors aren't the favorites. However, playing high volume and seeing if he was going to put up the kind of big numbers that you see from the other top guards around the game. And he reestablished himself, Maria, with flying colors. This guy is a Curly Neal Harlem Globetrotter playing in the NBA. An infectious personality, unlimited range. He's going to shatter, along with Klay Thompson, for that matter, so many three-point records in the history of the NBA.
And he's basically the key for the Warriors right now. We know that if Steph scores 28 points, the Warriors are 8-3. So that seems to be a little bit of a magic number for Steph. And you saw him in warm-ups. He's already hitting shots from the logo, so we know he's going to show it to us tonight against the Mavericks. Again, guys, stay right there because we got...
It feels great. Especially when, depending on how the defense is guarding you, there's some tough looks, but for the most part, I was able to see where the help was coming from and where the screens were coming from and get to my spot. So, that always is a good feeling when you feel like, you're in rhythm, you just need a clean look and things are going to fall. But you're also able to just stay aggressive and not get taken out of that rhythm. So it was that type of night. And obviously want to get the win. It's kind of mixed feelings right now.
Steph, was getting physically stronger for you a priority after last year's broken hand and all of that?
I've always been a late bloomer, so it's always been a goal every summer since I got into the league. So you have to be able to take or match the physicality that's thrown at you. It helps to avoid injuries in certain situations, but with how I'm guarded, most nights, and when they put bigger defenders on me, being able to take those bumps and hits and still stay, on my lines when I'm driving, be able to take that physical, defense off the ball as well and still get to space and be able to shoot. And obviously defensively it helps as well. So it's always been a part of when I'm feeling in, those gains over the summer for sure.
Steph, you actually broke a record tonight in the AAC with your point scoring tonight. The last person to do it was Dirk. His was 53. Obviously, yours was 57. I just want to get your opinion on that.
Did they win that game?
I'm not 100% sure.
Yes. But like I said, mixed feelings.
Thank you.
Do you remember the last time you scored 45 or more and lost in the regular season?
I don't. Is it New York?
No, Portland, 2014, late in the season, overtime game. You might not even remember it.
No, at all.
Well, it has been. You did one of the Toronto Finals games. Actually, you scored 47, but it's been a while since you felt that. Does that add to the frustration of a loss when you go for 57 and lose?
Absolutely, because I had a lot of good moments out there, and there's a lot of good energy, and we played really hard. They just made a couple more plays down the stretch, and obviously, that Cleaver three in the corner, that doesn't go in. We come down, maybe we steal a game at our last possession, but it's one of those you kind of just doing whatever it takes to try to get over the hump. And just a fun atmosphere competing at that level, but it is frustrating when you have a night like that and doesn't lead to a win. I'd be lying if I said I was happy right now. It was kind of weird, walk off the court knowing we didn't get the dub.
Hi, Steph. Joe Barrett from Rapid Philippines. Dave, what do you? I just wanted to ask your opinion on the lean and the fouls they called for Luka tonight. They called it 2 or 3 for him, and what do you think about that? And I also saw you try to draw one, but they called the travel on you. So I just wanted to get your thoughts on that.
Those are tough plays. I know. As a shooter, you always want to take advantage of defense leaving their feet or coming into your space. But it's a fine line between, going out of your way to look for that contact when you have an open shot, the defender's not really moving towards you or, invading your space, and you kind of seek out that contact. I do it from time to time. They call a travel on me. Could have seen that in other plays. It kind of is what it is in that respect. But it is a tough play to officiate because you have to determine if the guy's getting up in the air, if he's coming into the shooter, or if it's straight on or if it's to the side and all that type of stuff. At the end of the day, I don't try it as much because I feel like if I get space, I can knock it down. So maybe I have to figure out a couple more tricks up my sleeve and the gamesmanship of that and try to get to the free throw line.